Here's a car for people who want to have a whole lot of fun without spending a fortune. It's called the Fiesta ST, and it's the wild, high-performance version of Ford's compact car. This is the kind of car for people who want something raw and exciting. It's got an extremely firm suspension, race-inspired seats that pin you into place, and a whole bunch of power for a car this size. It makes 197 horsepower and 202 pound-feet of torque, which in a little hatchback like this, man, that is a lot of power, and it feels great from the driver's seat. This is definitely a car for enthusiasts, for people who want to feel a lot of feedback from the road. So it's kind of the opposite of a relaxing commuter car. It's designed to get your heart racing, and it does a good job of that. Performance-wise, this is one of the very best performing hot hatches out there. It makes a little more power than the Mini Cooper S, and it makes a whole lot more power than both the Chevy Sonic RS and the Fiat 500 Abarth, which I drove a few months ago. Aside from the driving feel of it, which I just love, one of my favorite things about the Fiesta ST is something that Ford calls the sound symposer. It pumps engine sound into the cabin some of the time, like when you give it full throttle, but it backs off the sound the rest of the time, so it's easier to live with. A couple of picky things I'm not as wild about: the textures in the cabin don't match up or look quite as classy as some of its competitors. And the small digital screen on the dash makes it a little tough to operate the My Ford Touch controls. I found it a whole lot easier to use the bigger screen in the Fusion I drove last week. But the price on this car makes me want to be pretty forgiving about things like that. It starts at $21,400, and as tested with a lot of options, it rang up around $25,000. $25,000 is just the base price of the Volkswagen GTI, for example. So not only is this one of the best performers in this class, but it's also priced really, really well.